Hello students, in previous lecture we have discussed the poem Where the Mind is Without Fear by eminent poet Rabindranath Tagore. Today we are going to discuss about the poet and about certain figures of his speech, a central idea and, and certain questions of the poem. Rabindranath Tagore was born on May 7 in 1861. He was a poet, philosopher, and artist. He wrote many stories, novels, poems, and dramas. He was a short story writer and a song composer. He introduced new prose and verse forms and the use of colloquial language into Bengali literature. In 1913, he received the Nobel Prize for Literature for his great English composition Gitanjali. He was the first Indian and first Asian to receive this award. He wrote over 1,000 poems, 8 volumes of short stories, almost 2 dozen plays and playlets, 8 novels, and many books and essays on philosophy, religion, education, and social topics. He took an active interest in a widespread range of social, cultural, and artistic endeavors. He was a man of letters. Form and style of the poem. The poem is in the form of a prayer to the Almighty. In the last line, we can see where the poet pray, "My Father, let my country awake." The poem is written in free verse with no rhyme or no metrical pattern followed. Its main voice is Tagore's spirituality and patriotism. In the second line, we have discussed the poet is written in free verse. Now, what is free verse? Free verse is a literary device that can be defined as poetry that is free from limitation of regular meter or rhythm and does not rhyme with fixed forms. The poem consists of one single complex structure with number of adverbial clauses starting with where the mind is without fear, where knowledge is free, where the word has not been broken up into fragments, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving, where the clear stream, where the mind is led forward, and the main clause, into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake, coming at the end. The poet expresses the poet's idea of ideal freedom, his patriotism, and the qualities he desires in his countrymen. The poem, with his inspiring lines, elaborates Tagore's vision of new enlightened India. He he had he was sincerely concerned with his countrymen. He was a sensitive poet who cherishes a sweet dream of Mother India with free, united, rational, and strong countrymen. Theme and main idea of the poem. The poet desires peace and prosperity among his countrymen and prays that his countrymen might attain overall welfare and self-reliance. Main idea of the poem is found in the very last line of the poem, where he says, "Into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake." Tagore's poem is full of creatively used figures of speech. Number one, alliteration. Alliteration is a term to describe a literary device in which a series of words begin with the same consonant sound. Here is an example. Head is held high, repetition of the H sound, and dreary desert sand of dead habit, repetition of the D sound. Next is personification. It is a figure of speech in which a thing, an idea, or an animal is given human attributes, where tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection. The idea of striving has been given the shape of a human being whose arms are stretching and trying very hard to reach perfection. Next is imagery. Imagery is one of the literary devices that engage the human senses. In this poem, the poet draws a picture of free India with no boundaries and prays for the welfare of the country. The next is apostrophe. Apostrophe is a figure of speech in which the poet addresses an absent person, an abstract idea, or a thing. In this poem, the absent person is God, and in the last line, we will see that the poet prays to God, Father, let my country awake. The depth of truth, where words come out, symbolizes the endlessness of truth, eternality of the truth. In this slide, we can easily see the line by line explanation of the poem. Here are some questions. I hope you are able to do these questions now, and you are welcome for any doubt and query. Thank you.